Pirates because life. Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. By Cohen Markets, free ice cream is back at Cohen Markets. Club Cohen members get a free Hershey's ice cream sandwich all summer long. By your Western PA Chevy dealers, Chevrolet, the best-selling brand in Pittsburgh. And by Levin Furniture and Mattress, Pittsburgh's #1 furniture and mattress store. Jared Jones making his way in. Andy Rodriguez, the catching coach there. Jordan Comedina behind him. As the Pirates try to even this series to set the stage for and an opportunity to win the series tomorrow. Jared Jones coming back from that procedure, not a full-blown Tommy John, but missed a year of pitching for the Pirates, and on the mound for his 6th start of the season. This is the lineup he will face, a bit different than the one that Paul Skeens saw last night. Ellie De La Cruz will lead off today. Sal Stewart follows at third base. J.J. Bleday in left. Eugenio Suarez will DH. Nathaniel Lowe at first. Noelvi Marte, he was the hero last night at the pinch hit home run off Mason Montgomery in the 8th inning. Dane Myers is in center. Jose Trevino does the catching. Edwin Arroyo, the rookie, at second base.
And the Car Shield numbers for Jared Jones, 6th start, as Greg mentioned, 5.75 ERA, 20 innings, 21 strikeouts. The stuff has been there. The execution's been pretty good. Still kind of knocking off a little bit of the rust. Obviously knocked out of that game last time out in Denver from a comebacker to his right arm. And more than anything, fortunate that he's back out on the mound. Hopefully there's no lingering issues in that department, but he's thrown the ball pretty well lately.
Levin Furniture and Mattress defense up the middle. Jared Triolo, Brandon Lau, Nick Gonzalez, and Ryan O'Hearn on the corners. Connor Griffin, who came back last night, will get this day off. Brian Reynolds, Jake Mangum, Tyler Callahan, the former Red, is in right field, and Andy Rodriguez catches Jared Jones. Two hard throwers, Jones and Burns, matching up in this one.
4 lefties and 5 righties in the Cincinnati Reds lineup today. And Jones has been very good, especially against right-handers so far this season. And right off the bat, 100 miles an hour to Ellie De La Cruz.
A 36-minute delay. So we're starting at 4:41. Ground ball right side. Lau to O'Hearn. 1 up, 1 down, and time for our Penn West University stat of the day. Average fastball velocity leaders. And 2 of them are starting here today. Jones and Burns. Of course, the Miz leads everybody. Bubba Chandler is 3rd on that list. Braxton Ashcraft 11th. Paul Skeens 12th in terms of average fastball velo. Bubba Chandler and Connor Griffin there conversing. We'll see Bubba Chandler on the road. The road trip that starts on Monday. Fly ball to deep right field. And how about that? On an 0-1 pitch, Sal Stewart, an opposite field home run. The rookie, Sal Stewart, with his 15th home run. He's got 56 RBIs, and the Reds have a 1-0 lead.
Quite a year the Sal Stewart's had so far, about halfway through this season. Firmly put his name in the list of Rookie of the Year candidates, and this just a fastball, even at 99, and that part of the plate, if you get to it on the barrel, especially in the air, something good for them, bad for you is going to happen.
J.J. Bleday takes ball 1. Sal Stewart, who's on pace to set a Reds rookie record in RBIs. Bleday lines one right at O'Hearn. Neil, what about today's keys to the game presented by your Western PA Buick dealers?
Yeah, kind of a couple puns here, Brownie.
Oh, you're
we're jonesing. Yeah, we're jonesing for a win here, obviously,
nice.
After last night. And good to see Jared Jones back on the mound. And chase him, Chase Burns. He's been one of the best in all of baseball this year. We got to find a way to get to him, especially early. Maybe try to drive that pitch count up, a la what the Cincinnati Reds did to Paul Skeens last night, and try to put a few crooked numbers up and see if you can get some good length out of Jared Jones. There's Paul and Henry, maybe talking about yesterday.
0-2 on Suarez. Well done. Neil Walker spent much of today working on those 2 punts. He got to the ballpark early, talked to a bunch of people about it, did a lot of research.
Thank you, Greg.
1 ball, 2 strikes. I know. You don't have to tell us. I'll tell them. 1-2 on Suarez. 99 from Jared Jones. Suarez 1 for 4 last night. And a pop-up on the infield. Jared Triolo. Well, that'll do it, but Sal Stewart, the rookie, on an 0-1 pitch over the Clemente wall. Bucks come to bat. It'll be Jake Mangum to lead things off down a run early here. He'll be followed by Brandon Lau and Brian Reynolds, Nick Gonzalez cleaning up. Ryan O'Hearn at first. Marcelo Osuna, last 10 games, 324. Of course, he homered last night. Eddie Rodriguez, switch hitting catcher. Tyler Callahan is in right. Jared Triolo bats 9th against Chase Burns. Neil Walker talking about this hard-throwing righty. 9-1, an ERA of 2.
I'll take a look at those numbers. 16 start, 9-1, 102 strikeouts at 85 2/3. You know, Greg, I can't help but think about the late Jose Fernandez when I think about Chase Burns, especially with the pitch mix. He's basically 4-seam slider and wipeout slider at that, low 90s slider.
The other way, foul. Too bad.
You know, with Burns, you know you're getting upper 90s fastballs. You know you're getting sliders. Occasional lefties are going to get an occasional changeup. But certainly a guy, as soon as you step in the box, you better be ready to go because he's coming right at you.
He's already just waiting for Mangum to get in the box. Jake Mangum, who has his average up over 300, has hit safely in 16 of his last 19 games. Had 2 hits last night. Another foul. We talked about last night's game that the Reds, understandably so, have their left fielder J.J. Bleday basically hugging the left field line.
It is really remarkable how they play Jake Mangum. I mean, I said it kind of tongue-in-cheek last night that if he hit a ball in the left center field gap, he might have a home run.
Yeah.
But I actually think that that's a possibility.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you could split the outfielders left center. Occasional pop for Mangum. But that's not his game. It's just battling in the box, trying to put the ball in play and use that speed. Ground ball. He's going to try and beat Burns to the bag, and he does. Case in point, Jake Mangum.
Well, there's our Swiss Army knife, Jake Mangum, from the left, from the right, especially the left. Watch how he gets out of the box as soon as he hits this ball. And Chase Burns, he runs pretty well. But every time a ball is put in play, the opposing defense is on high alert because a single can turn into a double. What seems like an easy ground ball to the right side all of a sudden turns into a leadoff base hit.
Nathaniel Lowe over at first base in this ball game. And now Brandon Lau. Right down the middle, 98. And Mangum just knows here, Neil, all he has to do on the dead run is beat Burns to first.
Well, he also knows too, Greg, if he can get, I love the reaction to it. If he can get infielders, especially on the left side, if he can get a ball to an extended spot, to the extended spot to the left of a third baseman, or in that 6 hole, or a backhand to a second baseman, or even a ground ball in the 4 hole that the first baseman goes after, he knows he's got a good chance of being safe.
Opponents have stolen 13 out of 16 when Chase Burns has been on the mound this season. Now, all his numbers are phenomenal except the part where you try and keep those runners close. He's not been great in his early career. Made his debut in the big leagues last year. 17 out of 21 in less than 2 years in the big leagues. Xfinity batting stats, reliable Wi-Fi at one price. Lau saw his 9-game hitting streak come to an end, but did a sacrifice fly in last night's game. There's that slider Neil talked about. Burns, just 23 years old, drafted in the first round 2 years ago, second overall. And time called. Lau with 19 homers, 5th in the league. Quick move the first. That was impressive.
That was his A-plus move right there. Wow. Right on the money, too.
Whew. Mangum has 14 stolen bases. Defense. Myers in center, Noelvi Marte in right, J.J. Bleday in left, Stewart, De La Cruz, Arroyo, and Lowe. Around the bases, third to first. Trevino catches. Former Gold Glover with the Yankees, Jose Trevino. Fights it off, and Reynolds extends the streak. He's hit safely now in 17 consecutive games. He's reached base safely in 32 straight.
First pitch slider. Reynolds is able to dump it over second baseman's head.
He has to freeze and in fact start to retreat. Good job on the bases, first and second, and now Nick Gonzalez. Nick Gonzalez 0 for 6 in his career against Chase Burns. And he starts him off with a slider. Did not start last night against the lefty Abbott, but did come on and pinch hit for Jared Triolo in the 6th, grounded out, struck out his last AB. Showing some concern about Mangum. And the block. Trevino on the ball. One in front of the plate, the slider. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jose Trevino won a Gold Glove in 2022 with the Yankees. A platinum Gold Glove. Best defender in the American League at any position. Lifted toward right, see if Marte has a play. Does not. What's your approach, Neil, if you're trying to face a flamethrower like this, and as you said, it's basically fastball slider and real elite?
Well, you're not trying to guess. You're not trying to guess one way or the other. You're really trying to cover that fastball, because especially with 2 strikes, it plays at the top of the zone. And if you're able to pick up spin, you're looking for it, you know, belt high or higher to be able to handle it. Anything down below that is going to just completely disappear like that.
Well, just as you talk about it, you see it.
The slider. Look where it starts, kind of knee high, just above knee high. You're just not going to be able to do anything with it. And at that velocity, if you're not able to pick it up right away, it makes life miserable as a hitter.
Here's O'Hearn. And out, number 3. A line out to the first baseman. 1-0 Reds.
Behold.
It is 1-0 Reds. Go to the second inning on the UPMC scoreboard. Pirates Baseball is presented by UPMC, the official healthcare provider of sports coverage on SNP. Nathaniel Lowe and then Noelvi Marte against Jared Jones, who gave up the opposite field home run to Sal Stewart in the first. Lowe was 1 for 3 in last night's ball game. In fact, he started it all in that second inning against Skeens with that double to right center.
Some good curveballs and a nice slider right there on the outer half from Jared Jones. You know, anytime you can get into a 2-strike situation, whether you're a reliever or starter, without using your fastball, and it's one of your best pitches, it's always a good sign. Now you can maybe bury the slider or curveball, or go up the chain with the fastball.
Went upstairs with the fastball.
Usually when that happens, you throw 100, there's contact that's probably going to be a foul ball to the opposite field.
And comes back with a good curveball.
Good to see. It doesn't look like there's any lingering effects from getting hit last week in Colorado.
It was definitely a hold your breath moment.
Sure was.
At Coors Field when saw him get hit by that comebacker.
Well, we've had a couple of those moments the last couple of weeks, huh, Greg? With Brandon Lau and obviously with Jared Jones. Unfortunately, both of them not being on the wrong end of an IL stint.
Marte takes the curveball. Marte's first career pinch hit home run last night off the lefty. Mason Montgomery.
They're right on right changeup. And Jones only throws that 12% of the time.
Stays alive. Fouls that slider away off the plate.
8 sliders, 2 changeups, and 6 fastballs to this point for Jared Jones. It seems like he's wanting to try to pitch backwards a little bit, at least in the early part of this game.
Nothing wrong with that. In fact, getting a nod from his catcher, Andy Rodriguez. Don Kelly, sunglasses, Bill Murphy next to him. Line drive. Oh, man. Blistered, almost took off Nick Gonzalez's glove.
107 off the bat right there from a slider. Chances are, if this one gets past Nick, it might go all the way to the wall as hard as that was hit.
Look at that. Great look. See that leather bend back. Here's Dane Myers now. Ball 1 again. Dane Myers came on to play center field last night. Blake Dunn leaving with the elbow discomfort. Here comes Nick Gonzalez. 1-2-3 for Jared Jones. It's 1-0 Reds. Head to the home half in the second inning. Go all in on game nights with MLB Plus. Stream MLB Network 24/7 in the U.S. and select out-of-market games every week, plus live radio broadcasts of every game. Game Day 3D, big inning, and minor league action. Visit MLB.com/MLB Plus to subscribe today. Yeah, the rain jackets, rain gear, slickers. Had a delay and a light drizzle going on right now. Gonna be one of those days here. Strike on Marcell Ozuna. And his 7th home run of the season. Leading off the 6th inning last night over the right center field fence. He was 2 for 3 plus a walk last night.
2 fastballs at the very top of the zone. I feel like that's a spot where pitchers are trying to go on Ozuna, because we've seen him challenge a few calls at the top of the zone.
.98 taken for a ball. Andy Rodriguez to follow. 2-2. Got the young flame-throwing 23-year-old Chase Burns facing the grizzled veteran, the 35-year-old Marcell Ozuna. Burns, for as hard as he throws, doesn't walk a bunch, does he, Neil? I mean, 87 innings, 29 walks.
No, he didn't give many free passes away, and reminds me a little bit of Braxton Ashcraft. Just he's going to come at you with, when it's all said and done, usually with something around the zone. Got away with one right there. There's that wipeout slider.
Second strikeout. He's got 104 strikeouts on the year. Came in 8th most in the National League in the strikeout department. Strike one. Andy Rodriguez pinch hit for Henry Davis last night and went 0 for 2 as he stayed in the game to catch. And to center field, Dane Myers. That's the easy catch, and Tyler Callahan coming up. Will go down to Hannah.
Well, he's facing his former team right now, Brownie, but something that I found was really interesting too about Tyler Callahan, obviously going to want to make the most of this opportunity, but when he is hitting a ball and he can see toward right field, the other day when he hit that triple, he said playing right field here and playing different positions defensively, that versatility, he knows how the ball is going to kick off a wall, having seen it. So every time he gets a hit that way, he knows out of the box he can dig and have a chance for 2 or 3. And I'm just curious, Neil, you ever bring your defense into your offense there a little bit? Help with that mental side of things? As soon as you hit a ball, you kind of knew where you could go because of bouncing around the field?
Yeah, very much so. I mean, that's what's helpful, particularly with outfielders. You're always on high alert. You want to know who has the best arm out there. You want to know who you can run, go first to third on, even if it's, not necessarily a ball that you would normally do that on. And to that same point, especially in places like Pittsburgh where you got a wall, big wall out there in right field, knowing how it bounces off of walls, or that left center field notch here in Pittsburgh, you hit one out there, there's a good chance you end up on third. The awareness and looking at the game in a different way is what you learn and what's valuable about playing multiple positions. So not surprising to hear Tyler Callahan say that.
Got to be special, though, to face the team that drafted him. 19th round, or the 3rd round pick in 2019. Traded over spring training for pitcher Kyle Nicholas to Pittsburgh.
Well, he got himself a 3-1 fastball. He wasn't looking to get a base hit on that, was he, Greg?
No. Great would that have been.
Oh, it was center cut, too.
Good catch. One, two, three of the Bucks. It's 1-0 Reds.
Yes, no.
Here in PNC Park, and the Pittsburgh Riverhounds came in today to celebrate. They brought their USL Championship trophy, their first in franchise history. They also got to throw out the first pitch, and of course, the first kick as well. I had the opportunity to speak with President Jeff Garner before the game today in terms of the excitement surrounding soccer in the city. He said F&B Stadium has become a very difficult place to play for the opposition because they're sold out almost every game. Plus the Riveters, the pre-professional women's soccer team, they're now too. They clinched their division, are in the playoffs, and have a game tonight. He also said the fan experience is great, from fireworks to dollar beer night. Need to check that out. There's something for everyone. Riverhounds games, of course, there's a look at the guys enjoying the game, but you can see their games on SNP or SNP 360. Next one on July 4th. Jackson Walty, a midfielder for the Hounds, and Isaac Matson actually got to catch up pregame. Both Pitt guys, Brownie. And here they are. They were chatting, asking how each other was doing, catching up. Very cool to see them together. But I was also told Kevin Wheeler, our director today, a bunch of play-by-play for Pitt men's soccer back in the day. He was familiar with Walty, so everyone will have to check that out too, Brownie, I guess.
Wheels can do it all. There's a drive by Trevino to left center field, and that's going to get into the gap and over the wall. Jose Trevino. A book rule leadoff double in the third.
Yeah, the light hitting Trevino doesn't have a home run, only 2 RBIs on the season. He gets into this one. Fortunately, he hits it toward that left center field notch because that's probably a home run in a lot of ballparks.
Slider left up in the zone. And so a leadoff double. Now Edwin Arroyo, switch hitting 22-year-old rookie, showing bunt ball 1. Trevino batting just 178 coming into this game. Beautiful bunt.
Yeah, that's textbook right there, especially with Trevino running on second base. If he bunts that back to Jared Jones, Nick Gonzalez might have a chance to retreat back to third. This is exactly what you're supposed to do in a sacrifice bunt situation. Make that third baseman commit, come in, and give yourself up.
You know, I heard people say that, you know, bunting is not easy to do, but then you see guys that bunt like that, it makes it look easy. What gives?
Well, it's a commitment to it first and foremost, especially in a sac bunt situation. Get your nose down there, do everything you can to get behind the ball, and you're not stabbing at it, you're kind of catching it with that bat as flat as you can. And you know, in today's day and age where guys throw so hard and have a lot of fastballs that take off up at the top of the zone, the four seams, you want to almost try to think about getting on top of the baseball.
Wow. Ellie De La Cruz with the infield in, hits a weak bounder to O'Hearn right at the bag, so Trevino holds at third. Big second out for Jones to get Ellie De La Cruz.
Well, in another situation, even with the infield in, if you're on third base and you're an average to plus average runner, you might be on contact here, but not the slow-footed Trevino. And he's going to see this one through, especially with one out. That's typically the time you see that on-contact play from third base.
Sal Stewart, now I want to be careful to him. He hit the home run for Terry Francona's Reds, who won for just the second time against the Pirates this season. Reds won the first meeting of the year in March in Cincy, and the Pirates won the next 5. Sal Stewart, a Rookie of the Year candidate. 56 runs batted in with 15 homers.
Well, something tells me he might be just a little bit careful with Sal Stewart, especially after that home run in the first inning.
Dan Iasonia, well, it looked like Sal Stewart did not want to challenge. Iasonia looked as though,
I think maybe he was just adjusting his helmet, I guess.
Let's see. Yeah, you wouldn't challenge that.
Oh,
wait.
Oh.
He looked toward the dugout again. That's what Don Kelly was yelling about last night to Jeremy Rehak, that they granted a challenge to Matt McClain.
How does he get away with this?
I don't know. Look at that. He looks at the dugout. And you see, Sonia was ready to go to the mic and then realizes, no, yeah, I'm not going to give it to you because it took too long and you can't look at the dugout. So Sonia looked as though his reaction was, I'm going to give it to him, as he went toward his mic to turn it on. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 3-2. Stewart does not like those pitches inside yet. Jeremy Rahak was the home plate umpire last night. He's at third base today. Dan Sonia, the crew chief, behind the dish. And we saw Stewart react to an inside pitch earlier this year. And you know, this happened so much, Neil. I don't know if you remember this. When Sal Stewart came to the plate throughout the series, stuff like this happened with him. I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is either.
There's constantly conversations with him and the umpire, and bounce to deep third. This would be an incredible play, and it's an infield RBI hit and a 2-0 lead for the Reds. Nick Gonzalez, deep third.
Yeah, this is one of those balls where you either commit. It's a nightmare ball as a third baseman, as you could go get this ball, you're going to be really off balance when you get it, or you're going to have to do just what he does and catch it and get rid of it as quick as you can. And obviously he chose the latter.
And to your point, and that replay underscores, Neil, he's much better off going after it there and not taking that second hop.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, and it is very difficult as corner infielders. At times things happen so fast, but that was certainly his best option, was to go and try to backhand that on the short hop. That's what we call the oh crap ball. As soon as that ball's hit, as an infielder, you know your internal clock tells you you need to make a decision split second on whether you go after it or you sit back. And if you sit back, you got to hope that you can get rid of it as quick as you can and as accurate as you can.
0-2 on J.J. Bleday. Lined out to first baseman Ryan O'Hearn in the first inning. A Trevino leadoff double. And the sacrifice for Arroyo pays dividends after all, even though De La Cruz grounded out with Trevino at third for the second out. Stewart gets credit for the infield hit. With a fly ball, Callahan. Sal Stewart has a homer and an infield RBI single, and it's 2-0 Reds.
Avatar.
Moments ago, head groundskeeper Matt Brown showing the weather that's coming in. Crew chief Dan Sonia.
Yeah, we've been dodging rain for most of the day today, as the grounds crew is on high alert.
And hopefully, if there is rain coming, it won't be strong enough to delay the game anymore. We had the 36-minute delay before first pitch. Here's Jared Triolo, 9th in the Pirates order. 0-for-2 with 2 strikeouts last night. Triolo, Mangum, and Lau. Just gets enough. Good job on that slider, reaching out. The leadoff hit for Triolo brings up Mangum. And just to go back, in case you missed last night, we talked about this. Matt McLean, that second inning, it's called strike 3. He stops, a delay, and about 3 seconds, Don Kelly argues that there's no way, and in fact the dugout was yelling and even motioning, and so the challenge was granted. It turned out to be a walk, and they scored 2 more runs after that. This time the crew chief Dan Sonia does not grant Sal Stewart the challenge. It turns out Stewart ends up with the RBI infield hit in the top of the 3rd inning that gives the Reds this 2-0 advantage.
Certainly a big swing in yesterday's game when that happened. Matt McLean, I'm not 100% sure how they didn't make him Sal Stewart, because he did it. I'd like to know the reasoning from Dan Iasonia, because he clearly, and maybe Dan thought that he looked into the dugout.
This is what happened moments ago. Sal Stewart strike, and yeah, that's wild. He looks like he's staring right into his dugout. One and two. But as we said, Sal Stewart's a rookie, and we're just getting a chance to see him. But at least against the Pirates, stuff is around him. Stuff happens.
We'll have to ask their guys if it's the same with other teams he's played.
2-2. Triolo at first.
We obviously had the situation with him in the last series that they were here.
Kristovinsky throwing inside. He took exception, barked, and everything seemed to be settled down, and the umpiring crew frankly didn't do a very good job of de-escalating, and instead they ejected, and there's a base hit for Mangum. Mangum just trotting to first, and into third goes Triolo, and it's first and third with nobody out.
Well, again, another situation. Mangum, you got the left fielder playing way over there, J.J. Bleday. He's not even in your screen. So a straight up ball basically to the 6 hole allows Jared Triolo to go first to third, because Bleday's playing all the way down that line.
Here's Mangum, and trots to first. First and third. Oh, and 1. Lau fly to center in the first. Infield at double play depth. Back-to-back leadoff hits. Pirates have not scored against Chase Burns since August 8th last year. The 4th inning of that game, and the only run they've scored against him. And this is 5th career start against the Pirates. August 8th last year, 4th inning. Ryan Reynolds led off with a double in that 4th frame. O'Neill Cruz doubled him home. That's been it. 18 consecutive scoreless innings for Burns against Pittsburgh. Two and 1.
Just holds up.
Burns has allowed 10 home runs in 88 innings. Fly ball to deep right field. Look at this baby. Clear the deck. Cannonball coming. Wow. A 3-run bomb. It's 3-2 Bucks in the third. His 20th.
Well, say goodbye to Chase Burns' scoreless streak against the Pittsburgh Pirates. One swing of the bat, 3 runs come in off the bat of Brandon Lau, the mayor of Quad City. You knew he was going to find a way to get that runner in from third at least. And he does more than that. He drives in all 3.
That home run brought to you by UPMC. 20 home runs.
Greg, he's on pace for upper 30s home runs this year. It's incredible.
Just past the halfway mark. You're looking at a guy who'd hit 40 bombs. Neil, I hate to say it, I think your Pirate record's in danger.
In danger.
Neil Walker has the record for the most home runs ever by a Pirate second baseman, but Lau has his sights set on putting a new mark.
It's been in danger since he hit 2 home runs on opening day.
Oh, so says the deputy mayor of Quad City. He comes back and he strikes out Reynolds on 3 pitches. Here's another look.
The changeup. It wasn't a horrible pitch. Look at him kind of ride this ball out. You see him really stay through that. That's what you got to do on changeups and sliders down and in on you. is really make sure you stay on it and stay through it. And he's just so good at getting leverage out of his frame, especially to the pull side. This ballpark really was built for him. He just continues to find ways to put balls over the fence.
Just remarkable.
Back row, too.
The punch he packs in the stands. 396 feet.
And again, this Pirates offense. Go ahead, Greg.
Oh, we'll educate you. Penn West University educating you. 100 home runs now this season.
Well, that's exactly where I was going to go with what I was about to say. Just 3 homers in last night's game, even though it was a loss. I mean, we just haven't seen this in a long, long time. Up and down the lineup, guys finding ways to drive runs in and hit home runs.
Previous mark was 91 games, and of course, Connor Griffin had the home run last night, and Esmeralda Valdez as well. Pirates, by the way, have now hit 55 home runs here at PNC Park this year. You know, last season, the entire year, they only hit 49. They've hit 55 here already. Two and one the count. From the team that hit the fewest homers in baseball to one of the top home run hitting teams in all of baseball in one short off season. Incredible. And Brandon Lau, the 3-run bomb, the power of gold. Pirates lead now 3-2. Welcome to the Toyota RAV 4th inning. Brandon Lau's home run erases a 2-0 deficit, and now Jared Jones goes out for the 4th to face Eugenio Suarez. Yep, that's about where it was. Brandon Lau. 20 homers, 55 runs batted in. One of 3 players the Pirates acquired in the 3-team deal with Houston and Tampa Bay. The Pirates sent Mike Burrows, the pitcher, to the Astros. And then Houston sent some prospects to Tampa Bay. They in turn traded Lau, Mason Montgomery, and Jake Mangum to the Pirates. There was a deal the Pirates made back in 2018 that got a lot of criticism, and understandably so. It did not work out during the season as Jones gets the strikeout of Suarez. It did not work out at all for the Pirates, but this one was one of the better deals in recent Pirate history. The strikeout of Suarez is the second punch out for Jared Jones. I mean, do you remember a trade, Neil, the Pirates have made over the years that had this kind of impact?
I can't.
Even if it 1-for-1, let alone Lau and Mangum and Montgomery. 0-2 on Lowe.
I mean, you could argue getting Brian Reynolds, way back, ended up.
But that had the immediate impact.
Yeah, right.
And Reynolds was not a big leaguer yet, and Mangum starting in center field, and Lau at second base today. Montgomery pitched last night and has, for the most part, been pretty good. Levin Furniture match a strike zone. Did he offer? No. Close.
Again, 16 sliders to 16 four-seam fastballs on the day so far, along with now 8 curveballs. Heavy off-speed use from Jared Jones.
Still 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. And we go way back, way back. You talk about, in-season trade. Of course, the Bill Madlock deal with the Giants was huge for the '79 World Series team. But an off-season trade that had this kind of impact for the Pirates. Strikeout for Jared Jones. Back-to-back Ks. Second time he's got Nathaniel Lowe.
Disappearing slider right there. That's more sliders than fastballs on the day for Jared Jones. He's thrown a lot of very, very good ones. Seems to be liking getting ahead with that curveball, trying to get Chase up with the fastball. There's a rare right-on-right changeup.
Well, Marte smoked a ball to Nick Gonzalez in the second. Been efficient, and you think he knows he's only going 5? He has to know he's only going 5, and which means he can not hold back. Not that he would anyway.
Yeah, right. And it feels like it's getting to the point where that pitch count and innings limit might kick up just a little bit going here toward the All-Star break.
Still 0-2 on Marte. He's been one of their hotter hitters aside from that pinch hit home run. A lot of energy there on that mound.
Stay on that mound, please.
Yeah, true.
We saw him.
Good point.
You remember him trying
Yes.
playing Houston?
Yeah.
Almost made an incredible play, but you're thinking to yourself, just stay. You know what? Just stay on the mound.
Jones, who burst onto the scene in 2024. Remember, he came to the Pirates and left Florida on the Major League roster. And what a start to his Major League career. Pop up. And O'Hearn. And another 1-2-3 inning for Jared Jones. Pirates up 3-2. Pirates baseball on SNP is presented by #1 Cochran Club One Rewards. Earn points, save money, and get discounts on gas. Join for free at clubonerewards.cochran.com. Colors being hoisted here in the 4th. Yes, Marcell Ozuna takes strike 1 from Chase Burns. One of 5 punch-outs for the Red starter. He got Ozuna leading off the second. High pop. And that looks like it's going out of play. Ozuna, Rodriguez, Callahan here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Both pitchers have been very efficient to this point. Obviously, the 3-run home run, the only blip on the radar against Chase Burns. He's been in control. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strikeouts to this point to go along with those 5 hits.
There's a challenge.
The catcher challenge.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. Trevino tapped his helmet.
To left.
Strike 3 on Ozuna. 6 Ks. Chase Burns was 0-3 last year with a 4.57 ERA, made 13 appearances, 8 starts as a rookie. Line drive. Endy Rodriguez didn't waste any time, and Marte not able to cut it off. And Endy thinking three, and then he puts on the brakes and probably the right move. A one-out double for Endy Rodriguez.
I saw Endy before the game today, Greg, and I said, Endy, are you the fastest catcher in this league? And he said, oh, yeah, Poppy.
Actually, that's a great play. I would think he has to be.
I think he's got to be there. Watch him. Watch this right here. Watch this move. Here comes the helmet.
Boom, get it off.
And he thought about it, oh, and just hits the brakes. Boy, can he hit. Tell you what, he just keeps looking more and more comfortable as he started to accumulate more and more bats. I know we don't see him mainly against right-handed pitchers, but does a pretty good job from that right side against left-handed pitchers as well.
Ball, one strike on Callahan. Made his major league debut April 30th last year with the Reds. Jacksonville, Florida native, 26 years old. He started just 3 games after that call up from the minors. And in his 3rd start, May the 5th in Atlanta, playing left field, fractured his left forearm. It was a devastating injury. Had a couple of surgeries, plates inserted, missed the whole year. His first big league homer as a Pirate, June the 10th off Shohei Ohtani. And then hit his 2nd big league homer that same game. Strike 3 call. 7 for Burns. Tomorrow afternoon, the concluding game of this homestand. It's a 1:35 start against these Reds. Kids 14 and under get one of these Pirates-themed Eaton Park Smiley cookies while supplies last. Get your tickets at pirates.com. Oh, yeah. Liking what he sees. And a base hit to left center field for Jared Triolo. Gives the Pirates a 2-run lead as Rodriguez scores. Huge 2-out hit for Jared Triolo.
That's 2 hard-hit singles for Jared Triolo in the game today. And no bigger one than this one right here with the runner in scoring position at 2 outs. Doesn't wait around. Gets a pitch he can handle, a fastball out over the plate. He's on time. Love to see that.
Mangum, oh man, that foul ball got the home plate umpire, Asonia. He waves off the trainers, but his colleagues are coming in. And out comes head trainer for the Pirates, Luke Novosel.
I saw him stumble a little bit. I wonder if he was just kind of jarred by that ball hitting him in the mask. More so than it hurt. You see the reaction.
Good job, though, to ask him all the questions, make sure he's okay. Oh, man. Veteran umpire. And Asonia. It's okay. University of Connecticut product. Jake Mangum checking on him, ready to go.
I wouldn't mind seeing Jared Triolo take a shot right here if he gets a good jump.
Well, thinking that way.
A lot of times, the pitcher just gives up a run, 2 outs, top of the order is now up. They don't really pay attention to you, and you have at least average speed like Jared Triolo does. It's not a bad Not a bad option to take a shot.
There he goes. Oh yeah, good jump too.
Yeah, it looks like Jake Mangum almost wanted to try to play that as a hit and run. And kind of, I just saw his reaction, kind of, mad at himself.
Big leg kick from Burns. Again, he takes off. The ground out to Arroyo. Pirates pick up another run, lead 4-2. You can stream Pirates games at home or on the go with SNP 360. Just go to getsnp360.com or scan the QR code. Log in with your provider and get direct access to live games plus all of the Pittsburgh sports content you love. Don't necessarily love the rain, and again, it's a very, very light drizzle, but liking the scoreboard and liking so far how Jared Jones has pitched. Gave up the home run to Sal Stewart in the first inning with a 2-out infield hit to Stewart. You can see just pretty light rain. 2-0. Myers, the center fielder. And then Trevino, who doubled to start the third, on deck. And first time he's fallen behind 3-0. He's throwing a lot of strikes. Sixth start for Jared Jones. Leadoff walk.
Yeah, Jones has mixed up the 4-pitch arsenal pretty well this afternoon. 20 fastballs, 11 changeups, 19 sliders, and 10 curveballs. That's something we didn't see him do a ton of coming into this season after the IL. Was mix it up much more than the fastball slider combination, but very heavy on that. Really trying to make a concerted effort to add that changeup in.
And really trying to get Trevino to put this ball on the ground.
And your best option for that is that slider. If you can maybe get him to commit to fastball in and follow that up with that slider down and away, this is your best chance, best guy in the Reds lineup to get a double play ball on.
And a balk. Balk moves Myers to second.
Yeah, do that, Jared. Well, now we've seen. I talked a little bit about knocking off the rust after not playing. We saw him in Houston throw out of the windup with a runner on first base. Sometimes. Oh.
Well, that's helpful.
Sometimes things move pretty fast on a major league field, and your brain can get a little jumbled. But well, it was the right approach from Trevino right there. Just not the execution he's looking for. Dane Myers smartly decides to retreat back to second base.
So Edwin Arroyo dropped down a sacrifice bunt. And this allows Myers to go to third. So a couple of gifts.
Yeah, Gifts is right. Unfortunate. One tough thing, that knee on the ground, sometimes those balls outside of your extended range, you get stuck a little bit. Not to say that he should have had that, because that was really an overcooked slider.
Charge a wild pitch on Jones. But definitely, I mean, the gift walk. Give him first base for the free pass. Balk him to second. Wild pitch him to third. So
You'd almost rather him just hit a triple.
yeah, yeah. Fewer pitches. Trying to pick up in terms of the precipitation, so some of the fans are heading for cover. 1-2 the count. Jones would like to just strike out Arroyo, then go after Cruz. De La Cruz, that is. And the other way. And Edwin Arroyo doubles home. Dane Myers. It's a 4-3 ball game.
A piece of hitting here from Arroyo. It's a curveball that he wanted down, down, down for a strikeout. It just backed up on him right in the middle of the plate, and especially with 2 strikes when you're just trying to protect. That's the one that your eyes light up on.
Ellie De La Cruz. Evan Sisk up in the Pirates pen. Getting ready for Blade. So Jones probably 2 batters left to get. And we talked about 5-inning stints. Pretty much what it's been and will be, at least for the foreseeable future, depending on that pitch count, which was in real good shape. But now up to 71. And he certainly doesn't want to leave the game with it being tied or the team behind. Change up.
94 mile-an-hour changeup. Almost a BP fastball type of 2-0 pitch.
Two and two. Change up slider. There's the usage for Jared Jones. And he's about ready to pitch and calls time, and Jared Jones goes ahead and fires it in there.
I always thought that was interesting, Greg, when a pitcher would, you know, every once in a while you see a pitcher just throwing off the backstop in that situation just so the hitter doesn't know what you're trying to throw.
Three and two. And you wonder, did he change to a changeup because he went ahead and threw that, or was that the plan all along? And he went with a followed through with a fastball and a pickoff try. Not sure what that was, whether Triolo was aware of it.
Well, I don't know if you saw this last night. I think it was in Toronto and Texas, and guy tried to pick off at third base and he just chucked it down the left field line.
No. No, I didn't.
Nobody covered.
Oh no. Three and two. Yes, he did. Big strikeout. 2 away.
Big strikeout indeed.
That's 4 for Jones.
And now that frees you up here if Jared Jones decides he doesn't necessarily want to attack Sal Stewart because he's got a home run and a single and 2 RBIs on the day, and he doesn't necessarily have to.
Although when you figure, Neil, he won't face Blade.
Correct.
So
you know he wants to empty the tank right here.
Jones wants this guy. He wants to get Sal Stewart. I mean, two really young players here. Jones, a rookie in 2024, two fiery personalities, Jones and Sal Stewart. One and one. Sal Stewart, 22 years old, from Miami. One and two. Good change up.
Watch where this thing starts and where it finishes, right? It's right on that black right there. And just dives underneath his hands.
One more batter to get. Maybe his last pitch. He's going to empty the tank. Whoops.
I thought you might see that, Greg.
Yep.
I think you're right. This is most likely his last batter. And he absolutely reared back on this one.
That was 99. Now 2 and 2.
Throw your best two pitches right here. And if you walk them, even though your day might end, you can live with it.
Ground ball right side. Oh no! It's booted by Lau, and it's a tie game. Error on Brandon Lau. Arroyo scores. It's 4-4.
Well, Sal Stewart just finding ways to make things happen again. It just looked like it kicked off the heel of Brandon Lau's glove. And looks like that's going to do it for Jared Jones.
Oh, he just storms off the mound. Doesn't even wait for Don Kelly to arrive. Oh, my goodness.
Now, you know the competitor, you know the guy, and threw the ball pretty well today, but now we got a new ball game.
4-4 ball game. Top of the fifth. Brandon Lau steamed. This Pirates pitching change presented by Valvoline Instant Oil Change Service you can see, experts you can trust. It's the lefty Evan Sisk.
31st game for Sisk, 35 innings, 1.80 ERA. Did a nice job keeping those walks down and 42 strikeouts in those 35 innings.
J.J. Bleday has lined out and flied to right. Sisk pitched one scoreless inning on Thursday. He came on with a runner on base for the Mariners in the 6th inning and 1 out. Gave up a base hit, then got a ground out, hit a batter, and the final out recorded on a ground ball to short. And it's ball 2. Sisk pitched the 7th, or at least started it. Got the first out, but then walked a man and was relieved by Johan Ramirez. Popped it up. Andy Rodriguez looks. It's out of play.
Well, it's starting to get a little hazy now down on the North Shore here.
It's Jared Jones back on the bench.
Jones always putting his emotions on his sleeve. He cares so much.
Probably angry at himself for walking Dane Myers to start the 5th. And then the balk and 2 wild pitches. Dribbler. Sisk bumps into O'Hearn, but no harm, no foul. New ball game.
The one
by Google Cloud, third inning. Brandon Lau launches a home run over the right field wall, deep into the Clemente seats, 396 feet. Right at the major league average. Nothing average about this guy. 20 homers now. Chase Burns has new life. 4-4 ball game. Fastest to 20 by a Pirate in terms of team games. This is the Pirates' 83rd team game since Josh Bell had 25 through 83 Pirate games. Lau's best season in terms of home runs while he was with Tampa Bay was in 2021. He had 39 homers for the Rays that year, drove in 99. Called strike. Now, even in that year, in 2021, he had 16 homers through 83 Tampa Bay Rays games. So he's ahead of that pace. One ball, two strikes. And Burns gets the strikeout. That's 8 for him. Brings up Brian Reynolds. During the break, Andy Rodriguez and Jared Jones having a discussion. Jordan Comadina in there listening, catching coach, and maybe Jones isn't thrilled perhaps the way Andy tried to receive one of the wild pitches.
Sometimes it's hard to tell.
2 wild pitches in that inning.
Jared Jones is animated even when he eats his breakfast.
Yeah. Very true. Strike on Brian Reynolds. Reynolds took care of his hitting streak right away in the first inning. Solid single to right. Now a 17-gamer. And his on-base streak, longest active streak in the majors. 32 consecutive games he's reached safely. And in the last 25 years since this ballpark opened, it's the longest streak since Brian Giles had a 35-gamer in 2001. Jason Kendall, Pirates catcher, also reached base safely in 32 straight in 2004. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Burns registers his 9th punch out. Second time he's gotten Reynolds.
Well, you get the 2-strike situation, righty lefty, you know you're probably what you're going to get. Brian Reynolds got the 0-2 slider a little bit further down, and then the 1-2 slider there is a little bit more up. Tough pitch to handle. He's thrown 30 of them today to go along with 40 fastballs and only 3 changeups.
He's got Nick Gonzalez twice. Wow, look at that. Just the second at bat that didn't begin with strike 1. Whew. That's really good. I'll be out of play. Burns was drafted out of Wake Forest. He transferred from University of Tennessee after 2 years with the Volunteers. They actually moved him to the bullpen halfway through his sophomore season. And that is out of play.
It's getting a little tricky to see on these pop-ups, Greg.
Daniel Lowe over to take a look. Burns was born in Naples, Italy. His parents were stationed, both his mom and dad, in the Navy. They actually met in Japan. They're serving on the USS Blue Ridge, part of the 7th Fleet, United States Navy. And again, he was born in Japan but grew up in Tennessee. 3-2. And again, coming into this game, 9-1 in 15 starts, an ERA of 2, second lowest in the National League behind Jacob Mizorowski. He's racked up 9 punch-outs. He's got 111 on the season. Shallow center, and that drops in on a 3-2 pitch. Nick Gonzalez battles Burns.
Can't get any two-out lightning to going on here. This tie game. Got Chase Burns right at 80 pitches. I'd love to see a way to get that to balloon up toward 90. Make Terry Francona make a decision going into the 6th inning.
O'Hearn can get a hold of one here. Lau's home run came in the 3rd. The 11th given up by Burns, and this is his 16th start of the year. And left center field. And that is Bleday. And through 5 innings, it's 4-4. Pirates Baseball on SNP is presented by UPMC, the official healthcare of sports coverage on SNP, and by Barrel Automotive, driven to be better. Paul Skeens doing some grounds crew work.
Little house cleaning
in the dugout. Yeah. They did some work on the mound as well. The grounds crew did. Country weekend next homestand at PNC Park Sunday, July the 12th against the Milwaukee Brewers. 12:15 first pitch. Stay after the game for a full-length post-game concert featuring multi-platinum award-winning artist Jordan Davis. Get your tickets at pirates.com/Jordan Davis. Big hits, Buy Dirt, Bar None, Take It From Me, Slow Dance in the Parking Lot.
Day before the All-Star break. That'll be a fun day at the ball.
Yeah, it will be. It'll be a big homestand, Braves and Brewers, before the All-Star break. Hanging out here on a Saturday, a rain delay of 36 minutes. The Reds got off to a 1-0 lead on a Sal Stewart home run, his 15th of his rookie season. Stewart had an infield RBI hit with 2 outs in the 3rd, made it 2-0, and then Brandon Lau launched his 20th home run of the year against Chase Burns. They added a run in the 4th inning, an RBI single from Jared Triolo. At the top of the 5th, 2 runs in, 1 unearned. The error by Lau allowed that 2nd run to score, and it all started with the walk to Dane Myers. And Sisk got out of the 5th, got Bleday to ground out. He begins the 6th inning facing Eugenio Suarez. Johan Ramirez.
Johan on alert right here.
Already on deck is Spencer Steer. He would pinch hit for the lefty hitting Nathaniel Lowe. It's interesting because he is 4 for 6 in his career against Johan Ramirez with a home run. Two and 1. Three and 1. Leadoff walk. And here comes the pinch hitter. Now here's a message from Levin Furniture and Mattress.
Lazy Boy recliners starting at $395 at Levin.
Looks like Andy Rodriguez is just going to buy Yohan Ramirez a little bit of time. Looks like he's about ready. I wonder if Don Kelly is thinking, though, about those numbers. Ramirez versus Spencer Steer, 4 for 6 with a home run. Maybe he lets Sisk face Steer.
I'm sure it's taken into consideration, as everything always is, especially as you get into the late innings with matchups and bullpen usage and all of that.
Yeah, it's definitely brought into consideration here. And a ground ball. Oh no! Triolo can't handle it. That's a double play ball, and it's first and third with nobody out. Oh, the defense doing in the Bucks here. Back-to-back innings. Usually the sure-handed Triolo. And they will give Steer a base hit.
It kind of ate him up a little bit, Jared Triolo. Fortunately, we're going to have first and third here.
Let's recap what's happened so far in the game in our dashboard report presented by your Western PA GMC dealers. Chase Burns giving up the 4 runs in 5 innings. The Pirates at one time led 4-2. Jared Jones looked strong, but again gave up those 2 runs, 1 unearned, as the Reds tied it. Sal Stewart, big part of the offense. Brandon Lau, the 3-run homer in the 3rd inning that erased a 2-0 deficit. But here again, that leadoff walk. Boy, how many times have we said it? Have anybody said it in the history of baseball? Leadoff walks.
Valvoline numbers for Yohan, 35th game, 44 innings, 3.89 ERA. He's going to need a little bit of magic to get out of this inning.
He's got the stuff to do it. Now, when he came on Thursday in relief of Sisk, Julio Rodriguez hit a smash on the ground, and Nick Gonzalez made a fabulous play, a diving stop, and they got a force out. But then Ramirez walked the next 2 batters to load the bases. Mason Montgomery came on to get the last out of that 7th inning. Infielders at double play depth. Strike 1 on Noel V. Marte. The hero last night, the pinch hit home run off Montgomery in the 8th inning. 0-2.
Yeah, the simple plays right here. A little bit surprised that Nick Gonzalez isn't in just a tiny bit in case he gets a hard shot and Suarez takes off. You might have an easy play at home. Clearly, they feel okay giving up a run for 2 outs potentially.
Just gets a piece. Marte has struck out 23 times in 83 at-bats this season. So close. One and 2. Gets a piece of it. Stabbed by Yohan Ramirez. What a defensive play for the out at the plate.
What a defensive play is right, Greg. This is off the bat. It looked like it was going to be a big problem for Yohan Ramirez. He reaches up, and for some reason, Eugenio Suarez probably should have just stayed into a double play to see if he could get Spencer Steer to third base, but he just kept running. And boy, that could end up being a big play in this game. If things stay where they're at and this game stays close going into the late innings.
Now the double play can get you out of it without a run. Dane Myers bunts the ball. Gonzalez decides to throw. No chance. Bases loaded. A bunt hit for Dane Myers.
Well, it looked like Nick Gonzalez was playing a little bit deeper than double play depth. I noticed him just that last at bat. I don't know if he maybe just feels a little more comfortable a little bit further back there, but Dane Myers taking advantage of that big time.
Double play still in order. Jose Trevino picked. Trevino led off third inning with a double that bounced over the wall in left center. 33 years old. Second season with the Reds. See the runners: Steer, Marte, Myers. Big strike.
The veteran Trevino, he knows what Johan's trying to do right here. That fastball in, he wants Trevino to swing at that.
You know, do you have the numbers? Has Trevino hit into a double play at all this year? Do you know?
I do not. Oh yeah, I got it.
Ground ball, base hit. This is going to score two. The throw goes to third. And Trevino has a two-run single that gives the Reds the lead, 6-4. Neil just got done saying he knows what he's trying to do.
To answer your question, Greg, no, he has not hit the double play. He's able to control the bat. We saw him try to move the runner in the last at bat and wasn't able to do it. This time shoots this ball through the four-hole. And as you mentioned, Greg, even though that walk didn't necessarily score, it kind of set the table and the tone. That bases loaded, one out situation.
Edwin Arroyo now. Oh, and he's hit and the bases are loaded. And moments after Yohan Ramirez made that tremendous defensive play, the bunt hit by Dane Myers. And Bill Murphy, pitching coach for the Pirates, out. Six for Cincinnati. Evan Sisk started the inning, walked Suarez, gave up the base hit to Spencer Steer, but Jared Triolo most times handles that ground ball and turns it into a double play. The official score gave Steer a hit. And that chopper by Marte. And Ramirez throwing out the runner Suarez at the plate. What a big bunt hit that was for Dane Myers. Infield shortens up.
Well, it's certainly a game of inches, Greg, that Yohan Ramirez was able to get Trevino on the ground. If that ball's 3 feet to the left, if it's an inning-ending double play, instead it's 2 runs, and you got a hit batter, and now you got the top of the order to deal with.
Broken bat and a great play there by Lau. turns that into a double play.
That was a bizarre inning, Greg.
Yeah, it ends with a spectacular defensive play. The inning that was kind of ugly, the HN Supermo, ends on this outstanding defensive play by Brandon Lau. Glove to glove, Triolo and on to first, and it's Ellie De La Cruz who hits into an inning-ending double play.
Yeah, I didn't have that on the bingo card, Greg. But still 2 runs pushed across by Cincinnati. Chase Burns still in this game in the bottom of the 6th. Pirates going to have to put some good at-bats together to climb back in this one.
Marcell Ozuna. Ball 1. Andy Rodriguez, then Tyler Callahan. Pitch number 84 coming up for Burns. Terry Francona has Brock Burke up. We saw Burke last night.
'85th pitch of the night for Chase Burns.
There's a fly ball to deep left field. Back to the wall and out. That ball died 2 steps shy of the track of the wall. On the track, Blade for the first out here in the bottom of the 6th.
He had the trajectory. Let's see, did it just get in on him a little bit? No, it looked like just off the end of the bat a tiny bit. And he knows in this ballpark, the high, somewhat hard fly balls typically don't get out of here.
And Rodriguez off the end of the bat pops it up. Oh man, what a nice catch that is by Dane Myers. Shoestring catch for the center fielder.
And you see him call him off here. It was much more difficult.
The former pitcher, Dane Myers, drafted out of Rice by the Detroit Tigers as a pitcher. After a couple seasons was converted to position player exclusively, two-way player for a time in college. As Tyler Callahan takes a strike, and Myers is in there because of the injury to Blake Dunn. 0-2 on Callahan. Myers slams the door shut there. 10 punch outs for Burns.
Georgian Jr.
For Reds on the UPMC scoreboard. Pirates baseball is presented by UPMC, the official healthcare provider of sport coverage on SNP. And Chase Burns with 10 strikeouts, season high, matches his career high. And the second time in his career he struck out as many as 10 Pirates. And Johan Ramirez, breaking ball to Sal Stewart. Here in the 7th inning, the Pirates trailing 6-4. Now a ball and a strike.
Good fastball from Johan. The better hitters middle up, right by him.
One ball, 2 strikes, the count on Sal Stewart. Home run off Jared Jones in the 1st inning. his 15th of the year. Infield RBI single in the 3rd and reaching on the Lau error in the 5th. Johan Ramirez strikes him out to start the 7th.
Backup slider. See the reaction.
Today. Bleday has his first hit of the series. A 1-out single for J.J. Bleday. Last inning started with Suarez at the plate, and Evan Sisk walked him. Suarez back with Cincinnati, signed as a free agent. Sweeper called strike. Going to the count. Ramirez is his second go around with the Pirates. Suarez, second strikeout of the inning.
Another good fastball right here. Didn't necessarily want it there. He wanted the top of the zone, but ends up in a pretty good spot in the outer black.
And that strikeout was presented by Coppers, protecting what matters, preserving the future. And this looks like the matchup that the Pirates are trying to prevent. And they let Sisk face the pinch hitter Spencer Steer in the 6th because of the success he's had versus Johan Ramirez. And the strike is called.
Well, they were able to get Steer on the ground in his last at bat, and the ball just snuck past the glove of Jared Jones at shortstop, and that kind of started a chain of events, even though they were able to get the next batter out at home. And Sisk exited the game and Ramirez came in.
Steer 4 for 6 lifetime against Johan Ramirez. The home run for Steer came against Ramirez 2 years ago when he was pitching for the Mets. And Nick Gonzalez cuts off the shortstop for the force at second base. 7th inning stretch time. Pirates trail 6-4. Game of this homestand, and of course this series tomorrow afternoon. Coverage begins at 12:30. Mitch Keller for the Pirates against Brady Singer of the Cincinnati Reds. There's Mitch Keller. Made his major league debut against the Cincinnati Reds a few years ago. His 17th start tomorrow. Braxton Ashcraft, and I don't know how many more batters Chase Burns will face. A lefty and a righty up in the pen. Triolo thinks about the bunt. That's not a bad idea with Sal Stewart way back. 91 pitches for Burns. Triolo 2 for 2, RBI single in the 4th.
Yeah, Burns probably going to empty the tank here in the bottom of the 7th with a double barrel going on down there. TJ Antone and Sam Mull.
Lifted to right. Deep. Off the top of the fence. And Triolo is 3 for 3, and that close to hitting his first home run of the season. Great start in the bottom of the 7th inning.
I can't remember the last time we've seen this. Jared Triolo takes a fastball that's up and away. What this pitch is. And misses a home run by about 4 feet. Maybe less than that. This game's not even close to over. Let's see what Mangum decides to do right here at the top of the lineup with Lau and Reynolds on deck into the hole.
I don't know if he's going to face Burns. Be surprised if they don't make a move here. The leadoff double off the wall and right. And Terry Francona.
It looked like he called for the lefty.
With Mangum, he'll turn him around. Then you got Lau, the lefty hitting. Second baseman. Six-4 ball game. Six-4, Reds lead. Leadoff double for Jared Triolo. Here's our Toyota driving force.
Nice day for Jared Triolo. This single early in the game, and then an RBI single there in the 4th, and then narrowly missing a opposite field home run to start off this inning and chase Burns out of this game. Now Jake Mangum's going to be pushed around to the right side against left-hander Sam Mull. 38th game for him, 33 innings, 3.82 ERA.
Jake Mangum turns around about right-handed. Third baseman Stewart now in on the grass. Chopper. At least Mangum moves the runner.
A pseudo bunt, kind of giving himself up right there.
Quab.
We'll give that to him.
He's not the mayor of Quab.
No, but he's passing it along to the mayor.
Yeah.
So that's just as good. And again, in a 2-run game, now 8 outs to play with. You still want to play a little bit of small ball. You don't want to completely give yourself up, but the approach was right there for Jake Mangum.
Lau, fly ball to center, and that will do the trick. And a nice play by Myers. Would have been extra bases, still a sac fly for Brandon Lau to bring home Triolo. Makes it a 1-run game.
4th RBI of the game for Brandon Lau. And you're right, Greg, he narrowly missed getting this ball over the head of Dane Myers. Wow, great play.
HN Supermo, a great look from that angle. 2 outs, closes the book on Burns. He gives up the 5 runs. 6+, 9 hits.
Sam Mull mainly 2-seam sweeper changeup as we see the left field tarps off crew.
Tarp was on the field for a while. Rain delay, but the tarp's off up there. Quite a crowd. Left field corner.
Yeah, the rain scared some people away, but most of them have moved underneath awnings around the ballpark. Let's watch the last 3 innings of this game. On this dreary Saturday on the north side.
(2-0). It's a movement that has swept across the country. St. Louis earlier this year really kind of got it started. Now just about every ballpark. College football last year. Tarps off. And they are an enthusiastic bunch. 2-1. Reynolds Nobody on and 2 outs. Sam Maul has done great work against the Pirates over the years. Gone 10 1/3 innings, allowed 4 hits, 2 runs, 11 strikeouts. Pirates hit .133 against him over the last 3 years. Brandon Bidwell and Isaac Mattson in the Pirates pen.
They pitched in last night's game. Bidwell after Skeens came out of the game yesterday. And Mattson after him.
That on-base streak is the longest active on-base streak in Major League Baseball. Second longest streak of the year. Nick Kurtz of the Athletics had a 48-game on-base streak early April to late May. Reynolds is hitting .363 during the streak. 7 homers. He's driven in 20. 11 doubles. OPS over 1100. He has scored 24 runs during this stretch. And he's aboard. Second time he's reached. Singled in the first. Here's Nick Gonzalez. Trevino going out. Right-hander Trey Antone is ready, but you've got the lefty hitting right O'Hearn on deck, so opposing managers have to think this way with the switch hitter Reynolds. Well, you go start with the switch hitter Mangum, then the lefty hitting Lau, switch hitter Reynolds, right hand hitting Gonzalez, O'Hearn, Osuna the right hand hitter, switch hitting Rodriguez. Balanced lineup, lefty righties. TJ Antone up in that pen. A 1-0 count. And 1-1.
Well, it looks like Cincinnati Reds outfield going to be playing almost no doubles pretty much everywhere except for right field. That left fielder way, J.J. Bleday way out there in left field. Anything over his head will most likely be a home run.
Just not far enough.
Everybody clap your hands.
I'm not sure Ryan Reynolds actually saw this ball kick away from him. Trevino from his vantage point. Yeah.
Jacks.
All right, here we go. Ryan Reynolds going to be on the move right here. 3-2 count, 2 outs, the bottom of 7th. Nick Gonzalez just holds up. The outfield playing basically no doubles. Could get interesting if a ball goes into the gap.
Maul gave up 3 runs in his 1 inning of work against the Milwaukee Brewers on Wednesday. Gets the first 2 outs after the leadoff double, and then a walk. And he walks Gonzalez. So we know when the leadoff walks hurt the Pirates. Now we'll see if Ryan O'Hearn can deliver against the lefty veteran Sam Maul. Ball one. O'Hearn faced Maul once earlier this year. Maul struck him out.
Maul against the left-handers, basically 50-50 two-seam sweeper. Going to try to run that two-seam in his hands and work that sweeper off the plate away from him.
One ball, one strike, 2 on, 2 outs, down a run. Almost got a piece of him. That sweeper.
How did that not hit?
HN Supermo, wow.
Let's go, Bucks!
2-2. On the one hand, you've got the elbow guard, you've got the sweeper coming in on you, looking for base runners. It's got to be going through your mind, breathe, but you want to drive in a run.
Well, take a look. His shirt is actually tucked into his arm guard. I can almost guarantee you, if it wasn't, that ball probably would have got his jersey.
I mean, O'Hearn seems to be kind of the guy that doesn't want that to be. On the other hand, he's thinking, I want to get on base, but he wants to drive in the run.
You know, if it's 0-2 or 1-2,
yeah,
you're sometimes leaning into those balls.
Line drive, base hit into right field. O'Hearn does it. Ties the game. He doesn't want to be hit by the pitch. He wants to drive in the tying run.
No, and I'm sure glad he didn't get hit with that pitch. I thought this would be a good at-bat for Ryan O'Hearn. And he gets a pitch that he can handle and pulls it down the right field line after 2 walks. Walks hurt.
Yeah. They've hurt the Pirates and they hurt the Reds. Ryan O'Hearn puts a hurtin' on that pitch from Maul. Brings home Reynolds. Game tying RBI with 2 outs and 2 strikes. TJ Antone coming on. 6.
Part of the journey, not just the plan.
Ryan O'Hearn, the RBI single that ties the game. The base hit off the lefty. And so close, really, being hit by the sweeper. That close.
I'm glad we can say it now. That was a great at-bat by Ryan O'Hearn. 2 good at-bats by Nick Gonzalez and Brian Reynolds to find ways to get on base. Now we got a brand new ball game here.
TJ Antone pitched last night.
There's his numbers, 22nd game for him, 2.38, and yeah, it was kind of an interesting outing.
Very interesting when he hit Connor Griffin with a 2-seamer. Not quite square in the back, but looked like he had a target. Antone hit it, and then when he was replaced, he was serenaded by the Pirates crowd. Whoa, man, look out, Tony Beasley. Here it is.
Yeah, the game situation didn't really dictate any sort of, situation where a guy could potentially get hit. Nothing happened. Obviously, last series here in Pittsburgh, Sal Stewart got one, ran up into him, but as Antone comes off the field, taking exception to some boos, but if you hit our star, people are going to take exception to it.
And Pirate fans would love nothing more than for Marcell Ozuna to deliver a blow here against Antone after those antics last night. Ozuna drove J.J. Bleday back to the wall last inning. A pitch from Chase Burns. Burns struck out. Ozuna swinging in the second, looking in the fourth.
Opposite field home run in last night's game to right center field.
Antone strikes him out, and boy, more antics from Antone. Pirates have tied it.
Isaac Matson in the ball game now, and he and first base coach Tarek Brock have been making a big impact in the community this week. They both went to 412 Ministries camp, which is committed to long-term growth of athletes physically, mentally, and spiritually. Isaac said he was able to find some time to stop over briefly and just talk with the kids. He said the clinic coaches really had the hard job. He just had to show up, talk to the kids, sign some autographs, but it was a lot of fun. And of course, T. Brock always wanted to be out in the community, wanting to spread wisdom to all the young athletes out there, and does such a great job at it. So good on them for finding some time in a busy baseball week to make an impact. Isaac obviously only got to stop over for a bit. T. Brock said he spent a couple hours though with the kids, and both seemed to really enjoy their time, Brownie.
And great stuff, Hannah. There, the pitcher, Isaac Matson, and the Pirates' Tarek Brock, first base coach and base running instructor. And Hannah, didn't you talk to Isaac Matson about that little hesitation? We've seen him do this a couple of times since his return.
Yeah, you guys were really talking about that last night too, so I had to ask if he's doing it to mess with the hitter's timing at all. He said sometimes that does come to mind, but he doesn't always go into an outing knowing what he's going to do, so it makes it even more fun because then the hitter has to figure it out. He's playing chess, not checkers, he said, Brownie.
Thanks for that, Hannah. Stay dry down there in that dugout area. Ball one on Noelvi Marte. 0 for 3. Matson pitching that scoreless inning, 1-2-3 in the 7th inning last night. Did not face Marte. 2-0. Within furniture and mattress strike zone there. This is up. Marte, Dane Myers, Jose Trevino. Two and one. Fly ball, left center, hit deep. Oh, what a catch by Reynolds. What a catch by Brian Reynolds.
Whew. That looked like trouble off the bat. This ball hung in the air a long time. Brian Reynolds went a long way to get this. Not even in your screen here until now. Just snags it right before he hits that gate.
Really made it look easy. Matson knows that was a tough one, yeah. Well, Dane Myers. You know, this has to be so tough, knowing that fence is right there and staying with it.
Well, even with the warning track there, that little jut out is what is most concerning as an outfielder going toward that corner, because you could be a lot closer and not realize it in that part of the ballpark, especially when you're running at that angle. For the center fielder, it's not so bad because you're able to have a little bit more of an idea of where that's at, that notch, but not so much for the left fielder.
Comes back and strikes out Myers on 3 pitches.
There's that slider we're talking about. Since Isaac Matson's come back up from the minor leagues, he's really tried to implement this a lot more to go along with his really good fastball. And it's been pretty good. He's starting to get more and more confidence every time he's out on this mound with that pitch mix.
More bullpen action. Caleb Ferguson, who earned the save last night. Terry Francona.
If it is indeed Ferguson, he's going to have Andy Rodriguez switch hitting, and Callahan, then Triolo. I guess there's a chance that you may see Connor Griffin one of those spots, maybe Valdez.
2-1, yeah, on the bench for the Pirates. Connor Griffin, Esperlin Valdez, Billy Cook, Henry Davis, all right-hand batters. Griffin there and Henry Davis. 2-1 count on Trevino. Fans wanted it.
Oh, you're saying he called a check?
It's a catcher challenge.
Oh.
One left.
I don't mind the use.
And I saw you the man of few words, the umpire. Andy Rodriguez tapping the helmet.
You wonder if at some point they're gonna the umpires are gonna ask the batter or the catcher or the pitcher to be extra vocal, right?
Yeah.
Be really as loud as you can. No problem there, though. Great outing for Isaac Matson going in the bottom of the 8th. See if the Buccos can get it run.
Monday.
6 ball game. Isaac Matson back-to-back strikeouts after that fine running catch by Reynolds.
And then finishes this inning off with 96 above the zone. Look how excited he is. He's garnering more and more of this high leverage work since coming back and mixing up his arsenal a little bit more. That's a
Chance to get him a W.
Start. Yep.
Get a run or two. Get to Isaac Matson in the win column for the first time this season. Andy Rodriguez, his 4th at bat, facing the veteran Caleb Ferguson.
Ferguson, as Greg mentioned, closed out last night's game, 14th game, 1.32 ERA, 13 Ks and 13 2/3. Started this season off on the injured list and just recently came back. One of 3 left-handed arms the Cincinnati Reds carry under the bullpen.
In the dirt. Second time this season he's been asked to pitch back-to-back games, and the first time he did it this season didn't work out well for him and the Reds. Pop up, shallow center, and again a nice play by Dane Myers. Esperlin Valdez will pinch hit for Callahan.
Valdez hit that long, majestic home run to tie the game last night. It's their starter, Abbott. See if he can put together a good at bat here against a lefty.
Ferguson has not allowed a home run this season. A fly ball to right. Approaching the wall. It is carrying! Oh! It's an opposite field! Home run! It is magic! Pirates lead at the pinch hit dinger.
Greg, how strong is this guy? This is incredible. It looked like a pop fly to right field off the bat. And this ball just kept carrying. One pitch, one run. Buccos in the lead.
Seven-six Pirates. Esmerlin Valdez. Fourth Major League homer, first allowed this season by Ferguson. 7-6 Bucks. Don Kelly calls on the pinch hitter, the rookie. And Esmerlin Valdez delivers.
Oh, the battling Bucks, Greg. Climb back from a 2-0 hole there in the third inning. Cincinnati punch back. Now the Pirates climbing back into this game again to take the lead of at least one going into the ninth inning.
We talked about the fact that this is the second time all season, and he has spent time in the injury list, that he's gone back-to-back games. The last time he gave up 2 runs, got just 1 out. Back on the 10th of this month against the Padres. 2-2. How about that young man? As you said, Neil, the power that he has. Esmerlin Valdez. Trying to beat out an infield hit. 2 outs. Another look.
Really was remarkable, Greg. I mean, even right there, it looks like it's just a pop-up. And he gets about 3/4 way out there, and I always kind of look at that right fielder to see his reaction. Is he going to try to play it off the wall?
Look at the bench.
I think they had the same reaction as we did.
I mean, it's not like there's wind carrying, so
yeah,
when it's up in the air, you're thinking
the flags are dead still.
Yep. You're not going to get any help. 22-year-old Esmerlin Valdez. Just his 38th major league at bat.
First home run given up by Caleb Ferguson this season as well.
Did he go? No. The opposite field home run for Valdez, the second home run by a Pirate in this game. The Bucks hit 3 last night. Strike 3 called. Esmerlin Valdez. Do you believe in magic?
From the back roads,
Esmerlin Valdez, the home run, his 4th in the major leagues. Hasn't been up all that long. Gives the Pirates the lead. Pinch hit dinger. Jake Mangum moves from center field to left field. Billy Cook takes over in center field. Brian Reynolds moves from left field to right field. And Gregory Soto tries to save this game.
Soto 11 of 14 in save category this year. There's his Valvoline numbers, 35th game, 39 strikeouts and 33 1/3 innings. Get 3 outs here, going to go 9-1-2 in the Cincinnati order. Edwin Arroyo, who's Pirates haven't been able to get out. Well, he did have a sacrifice bunt, I'm sorry, but positive at bat pretty much every time up today.
First pitch, ball 1. Soto's last save was on the last road trip against the Athletics, and a base hit to right.
Let's see how Terry Francona wants to approach this situation at the top of the order with Elly De La Cruz hitting right-handed now. De La Cruz right-handed this year, 306 hitter, left-handed 259 hitter. He's got both. He's got 12 home runs in the season, 6 of them right-handed, 6 of them left-handed. Probably going to let him swing here.
He's still fired up. Tarps off in left. Andy Rodriguez talking things over here. It's 3-0. Soto has walked 13 in just over 33 innings. Taking all the way, De La Cruz.
De La Cruz in his 4th at bat. Grounded into a double play. See if you can get him on the ground right here.
Oh, that's a
wow,
gutsy pitch.
Gutsy. Sure is gutsy. 3-1, Sal Stewart on deck.
Still 3-2. Pirates relievers have walked 154 batters, 3rd most of any bullpen in the National League. Reds relievers have walked the most. Another 3-2 pitch. Strike 3 called, and the tap of the helmet. Maybe out of desperation for Elly De La Cruz. We'll see. This is huge. Walked him. 1st and 2nd and nobody out.
Oh,
Less than a 1/10 of an inch.
Well, unfortunately, this is what ABS was put in for. Situations like this.
I like Joe Block's idea. If it's within a 1/10 of an inch, let it stand. That's kind of absurd. If it's inside the margin of error. And ball 1. Bottom line, Soto has given up a hit and a walk and nobody out, and Sal Stewart homered in the 1st, RBI infield hit in the 3rd. Ball 1.
The batter challenge.
That's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike on the rookie Sal Stewart. The runner at second trying to get to third, and no swing, or at least leaning, Edwin Arroyo. Soto has to pay attention to him. Sal Stewart has hit into 6 double plays. Second most on the Reds team behind Spencer Steer, who's hit into 8. 2-1. Ground ball. Lau. 1. Double play. 2 outs in the 9th.
Sal Stewart almost hit this identical ball a couple innings ago that Brandon Lau wasn't able to come up with. This time, able to get it, and Pirates are 1 out away from a victory.
Here is J.J. Bleday. The reaction from Soto. Going after the Titusville, Pennsylvania native, J.J. Bleday, and everybody up. On a drizzly day in Pittsburgh. Strike 1. Over 30,000 braved the conditions today, watching a wild one between National League Central Division rivals. Strike 2.
Another batter challenge.
Third challenge of the inning.
1 left.
And Bleday's right. One and one. Two balls and a strike. Bleday 0 for 4 in past matchups against Gregory Soto. Eugenio Suarez is on deck. And it's 3-1.
This is the guy you want, Greg. This is the matchup you want.
Soto has limited lefty hitters to a 194 average this season. 3-1 pitch. Full count.
Another 3-1 breaking ball for Gregory Soto. Can't place it, can't run it up there and place it in a better spot. Oh, a huge pitch in this game.
Ball 4. Second walk of the inning. And now he faces Eugenio Suarez.
And on a separate note, this is a situation too with J.J. Bleday, who runs fairly well. The Pirates let him walk into second base right here, needing only 1 out to end this game, but potentially have the go-ahead run on second base. Hearn obviously going to hold him. But a lot of times you don't see teams throw through right here.
Strike 1. Suarez 0 for 3 with a walk. He struck out twice. Did he go? Adam Beck over at first says no.
Oh.
Runner goes. And they let him go. And it's 2-1. Day steals second. Base hit now can give the Reds the lead. Bill Murphy takes the slow walk out. Well, Suarez against Soto. His career, mentioned it earlier, 0 for 5. A couple of strikeouts. Suarez is hitting .214 versus lefty pitching, with 2 of his 7 home runs off southpaws. Tense moments here as Gregory Soto gives up the leadoff hit to Edwin Arroyo. Walked Ellie De La Cruz, got Stewart to hit into the double play, walks Blade, who steals second. It's 2-1. On deck is Spencer Steer.
And Soto hasn't been sharp in this inning. He just has to execute one good pitch right here. Maybe get it weak contact or 2 good pitches to get a strikeout and end this thing.
Two and 2 was Bill Murphy's instruction to just go after him, not worry about the runners, just concentrate on this batter. 2 and 2 in the air to right, deep near the wall, gone. Opposite field home run. Eugenio Suarez has given the Reds a 9-7 lead. My goodness.
Oh, and they're stunned here in Pittsburgh. Down to this final strike.
Unreal. The bullpen again for this Pittsburgh Pirates team does them in.
It's not a bad pitch either, Greg. You got to tip your cap. I certainly didn't think ball was just jumping out to right today.
The walks, Neil. The walks.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Suarez. Andy Rodriguez thought that was the last out. That ball is kind of carrying, despite the fact that there's no breeze.
It's been a weird day here in Pittsburgh with the weather. And even though the flags are dead still, for some reason the ball is just flying toward that Clemente wall in right field. Suarez was beneficiary of that.
Eugenio Suarez hits his first home run since the 15th. He actually hit 2 that day in Cincinnati against the Mets. A stunning moment. And Gregory Soto walks 2 in the inning. And Esmerlin Valdez, the home run that gave them the lead. Soto had a 1-2-3 save. Well, something's going to be challenged here, looks like.
I think Spencer Steer's saying that he...
challenge for catcher's interference.
It certainly looked like he fouled that ball off, but he must have potentially hit Andy Rodriguez's glove. Let's see.
Oh, yeah. My gosh, not even close. Definitely catcher's interference, and Steer will be at first. Mike not working, but he is on. Gregory Soto had a 1-2-3 ninth inning here on Memorial Day in a one-run game against the Cubs. That was his 6th save of the year, but again, this Pirates bullpen just sometimes you feel like it's getting closer to getting figured out. This ball off the mitt of Endy Rodriguez, 2-0. First pitch for Soto. It is last batter because Brandon Dubois is up. And now Chase Petty thinking about a save opportunity. He's been up most of the inning in case. Be his first save chance. They've got injuries in their lead inning relievers to these Reds. Strike 3 called. So they're down 2, but again, the rookie Chase Petty going to try and earn his first big league save. It is time for the North Star Chevrolet Buick and GMC star of the game. At least to this point, it is moments ago, Eugenio Suarez. The go-ahead home run against Gregory Soto on a 2-2 pitch.
Oh, monster swing of the
fastball that was down and out of the zone. And a ground ball right side. And one up and one down. Lau is retired. Chase Petty trying to earn his first career save, and he gets a quick out.
Chase Petty, 8th game, 18 in the 3rd innings. 4 ERA. Not a big swing and miss guy. Upper 90s fastball. Has been prone to the long ball, giving up 3 in those 18+ innings.
Petty recalled from AAA Louisville on June the 10th. He had a 6.17 ERA in 10 starts in the minors. This is his 3rd stint with the Reds this season. Petty last worked against the Milwaukee Brewers on Tuesday, gave up a run in 2 innings of work. Pop up. Two outs.
Pirates down to their last out. Nick Gonzalez trying to extend this inning, as they almost had a big issue right here.
Nick Gonzalez trying to get O'Hearn to the plate. Chase Petty's 11th major league game. One ball, one strike. Made 4 starts for the Reds. That home run had given the Pirates the lead, a pinch hit homer in the bottom of the 8th, but the Pirates bullpen is again the story. Just unable to figure it out. Gregory Soto. And I can imagine what Don Kelly is thinking. I mean, trying to push the right buttons, trying to bring the right guys in, but they're just not getting the big outs.
It really felt like coming off the Oakland series into Colorado, and then the bullpen not giving up a single run in the Seattle Mariners series here last series. It's a sign of all good things to come. But
well, O'Hearn will come to the plate. Been a wild game, so
not over till
don't
it's
count
over.
him out yet. You are facing a rookie who's right now, I mean, this is his first major league save opportunity. Line drive caught, ball game. The Reds stun the Pirates. Eugenio Suarez homers on a 2-2 pitch with 2 outs in the top of the 9th inning. And the Pirates could just, all they can do right now is try and put this one behind them and try and salvage the series tomorrow.
Yeah, stunned is putting it lightly, Greg. I mean, Pirates got down early. They climbed back in this game, took the lead 4-2. Cincinnati climbed back to tie it. We had a tie ball game at 6-6 going into the last 3 innings. And that swing of the bat was a big one from Eugenio Suarez.
Yeah, the game was delayed 36 minutes before first pitch, and then the balls are flying all over the place, combining 21 hits, these 2 clubs. The Reds come out on top of the big hit from Eugenio Suarez in the top of the 9th inning, and they win it 9-7. Stick around, post-game show is coming up next.